Today we're out here fishing langoustine in the Norwegian winter. We're angling them with some delicious mackerel here, so wasting that to get some langoustine, or as my father said, Saint Augustine. Alright, let's get started. Pulling off the traps here now. It's a long rope going down here. If you haven't tried langoustine before, it's quite delicious. I'm gonna show you how to prepare it later in this video. Obviously first we gotta catch some langoustine though. Actually it's pretty interesting. I used to fish langoustine full time before, but it's not really a good fishery here that we live. There aren't enough of them and too many people fishing for them. So we're mostly doing it as a hobby these days. Still a lot of fun though, and super delicious obviously. It tastes a lot like lobster, just not as sweet I would say.
It's better than lobster.
Yeah, you heard it here first. It's quite cold there. It's ideal to fish them when it's cold out. As you can imagine, they live pretty deep. They're talking the depths, hundreds of meters. It's quite cold down there, so fishing them in the summer they die pretty quickly. But when we fish them in the winter, they actually survive surprisingly long, just on deck. Just come up here and we have a little sea sausage. And here we can see when we take out the pot, we have these small pots, that's a lot easier to work with. We have to feed them these little containers, otherwise the lice gets in there and they eat the food right away. So we just cut up some mackerel here, pop it in there, and then this one is ready to go again. And here you can see the langoustine, pretty small one, but still legal. Here we have the scampi part, so if you order scampi in the Mediterranean or something, that's this part that you're ordering. Also I have the claws here, pretty small on these ones, but I'll show you a little bit later when we catch some bigger ones here, and you can see some look a little bit more like lobsters than these small things here. The seagulls are sitting here ready, but I think they're going to be very disappointed today. Yeah, finally caught a big one here. So remember earlier I was saying suddenly you get something, but I guess that's fishing, sometimes it's horrible and then suddenly you catch a nice one. Two nice ones, or one nice one. As you can see here, this is, I guess, why it's called Norway lobster perhaps? It looks like a lobster. These claws are really nice and delicious as well. As you can imagine, it's almost like a little lobster claw in these. Yeah. And then you have the scampi part, I suppose, as well, of the langoustine here. So perhaps I'll take this one for the video and I'll show you how to prepare this one in a little bit. But we still have a lot more pots to go here. At least we got one nice one to show you. Quite the size difference there. And finally we got one nice one. We're gonna do this commercially, I guess. This is the least we have to get. A couple of nice ones in here. These ones stay out like this for a week or so. I think this one, yeah, almost a week now. Yeah. And all the seagulls have left. Yeah, and these are the little crustaceans that will eat the mackerel if we don't put them in those boxes. And we have another one here. And as you can see, one full, and then there is one little one with only one in them. So we finally pulled up the rest of the pots here, and to be honest the result is quite lackluster here, to say the least. Maybe 3-4 kilos on 40 pots, so that's what 100 gram each, so yeah, not much to brag about. It's a nice day and it's a lot of fun to fish for langoustines. So what we're going to do now is that I'm going to pop these pots back out, different place there. Hopefully we'll get some more next time. And then I'm going to take some of these back to the boathouse and I'll show you how to prepare this. There are a couple of different ways we can prepare them actually. The rest we're going to give to, or not give, we're going to sell them to one of these exporters. So if you live in Europe, perhaps you will be eating these langoustines. So yeah. Alright, so popping the pots back out there. Good arm exercise. One thing though, it's a little bit scary because there is a lot of rope to keep control of. So I guess if you're not careful, very easy to get pulled out to sea. But I don't know, I think many people who do this alone, they keep a knife handy so they can cut themselves free just in case something happens. Alright, so just dropped up the langoustine and some anglers here, or as it is called, monkfish. I have my father here filleting another monkfish for dinner. Gonna make a separate video about that in the future because it is a pretty long process. So this video became very long, so I decided to split it into two parts. So if you tap this video in the middle of your screen right now, I'll show you how to take the langoustines apart and then how to cook them properly.